Hello everyone, my name is Avanti Panchabuddhe and today my topic is dispersion in optical fibers. So we'll discuss about what is dispersion and how it affects the transmission in the optical fiber communication. So it is nothing but the broadening of transmitted light pulses which takes place as the light rays move along the optical fiber, and this broadening of light pulses is known as dispersion. And then dispersion occurs when the pulse of the light is spread out during the transmission on the fiber. So to understand this, let us consider an example where I want to send the digital bit pattern of 1011, and this digital pattern will be transmitted from the optical fiber. So this will be the input end and this will be the output end. Whenever I want to pass these pulses, when the pulses will pass through the optical fiber, so due to the dispersion phenomena, the pulse starts to get broadened as shown here, and of the pulse in this as shown here. There are different kinds of dispersion. We will see the intramodal, the intermodal, and the waveguide. So the intramodal is also called as chromatic dispersion, and it is present in all types of fibers. Both the lasers and LEDs produce a range in the optical wavelength, that is a band of light, rather than the single narrow wavelength. So the fiber has different refractive index characteristics at different wavelengths, and therefore each wavelength will travel at a different speed in the fiber. This is the intramodal dispersion. Talking about intermodal dispersion, it is present in the multimode step index and graded index fiber. When using the multimode fiber, the light is able to take many different parts, that is, or we can call it as modes, and it travels within the fiber. The distance traveled by the light in each mode is different from the distance traveled in other modes. And when the pulse is sent, the part of the pulse take many different modes, and therefore some components of the pulse will arrive before others. And this difference between the arrival time of light taking the fastest mode versus the slowest type obviously get greater as the distance gets greater. Then the waveguide distraction, it is caused by the shape and index profile of fiber core. However, this can be controlled by careful design, and in fact, the waveguide dispersion can be used to counteract material dispersion. So this was all about dispersion, like what is dispersion in the optical fiber and what are the types of dispersion and what happens when the pulses travel through the optical fiber and get dispersed.